Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm so excited you're here. This is the first part of our fascinating story, The Young Prince. Chapter 1 Dash Hat. The book says, snakes eat the whole animal, and they sleep for 6 months. I think about the life in the forest. I make my first picture. This is my picture number 1. I show my fantastic picture to one person, and I ask this person, "Are you scared?" This person answers, "How can I be scared? It is a hat." My picture is not a picture of a hat. It is a picture of a big snake. An elephant is inside the snake. Then I make my picture number 2. The picture shows the inside of the big snake. Now people understand. This is my picture number 2. People tell me what they think. They tell me that it is not good to make pictures. They tell me that it is better to study geography, history, maths, and grammar. After these words, I don't want to make pictures. I don't want to make pictures because my picture number 1 and picture number 2 are not good for the people. People don't understand simple things. And now I am not a child. I am a big person. I have a job. I am a pilot. I fly planes. I fly in many countries. And it is true that geography is good for me. Geography can help me if I am lost in the night. In my life, I work with people every day. The people are often serious. Sometimes I meet a person who is a little normal. When I meet this person, I show him my picture number 1. I always have this picture with me. I want to know if this person understands life. But the person always says, "It is a hat." Then I never speak to this person about big snakes or forests or stars. And we speak about work, sport, and family. And the person is happy. For him, I am a normal man. I live alone. I don't know people for an open conversation, but one day it all changes. I have an accident in the Sahara Desert. Something is broken in my plane. I have nobody in the plane with me. It is not easy to repair the plane alone, but I must do it. It is a question of life or death. I have water for only a week. Mummernum Chapter 2 Sheep. The first night, I sleep on the sand. I am 1,000 miles from a land with people. I think that no people are around me. So I am shocked when somebody speaks to me in the morning. I hear these words, "Please draw me a sheep." What? Draw me a sheep. I jump up. I look around, and I see a little man. This is the picture of the little man. My picture is not very good. The original model is better. It is not my mistake. I know how to draw only 2 pictures. They are pictures of a snake from the outside and a snake from the inside. I look at this little man. I am really surprised. Don't forget that I am 1,000 miles from a land with people. Something is very interesting. This little man is not tired. He is not hungry. He is not thirsty. He's not scared. He doesn't look lost in the middle of the desert, 1,000 miles from a land with people. The little man says, very slowly, "Please draw me a sheep." It is all very strange to me. I am 1,000 miles from a land with people. I am in danger of death, but I take a pen and paper from my pocket. I want to draw a picture. Then I remember that I know only geography, history, maths, and grammar. And I tell the little man that I don't know how to draw. He says, "It is okay. Draw me a sheep." But I don't know how to draw a sheep, so I draw him a picture which I am able to draw. It is a big snake from the outside, and I am shocked when the little man says, "No, I don't want an elephant inside a big snake. A big snake is a very dangerous animal, and an elephant is very big for me. Where I live, everything is very small. I need a sheep. Draw me a sheep. So I make this picture. The little man looks at the picture. Then he says, "No, this sheep is ill. Make me another sheep." I draw another picture. My friend smiles at me. "You must see it too. This is not a sheep. It is a ram. It has horns." So I make another picture, but this picture also isn't good. This sheep is old. I want a sheep which can live a long time. It is not easy for me. I don't have time for this. I must start my work on the plane. So I draw this picture, and I say, "This is a box. The sheep is inside. I am surprised when I see the light in his face. This is what I want. Do you think that this sheep needs a lot of grass? Why? Because where I live, everything is very small. I think that there is enough grass for the sheep. This is a very small sheep." The little man looks at the picture, and he says, "The sheep is not very small. It is a very nice sheep. This is my first day with the little prince." Chapter 3. Planet. I want to know more about the little prince. I want to know where he lives. The little prince asks me many questions. I also ask him questions, but he doesn't answer my questions. But when he speaks, I slowly start to understand many things. For example, when he looks at my plane, he asks, "What is this thing?" I answer, "It is a plane. It can fly. It is my plane." And I am happy when I tell him that I can fly. Then he says, "What? Are you from the sky?" "Yes," I say. "It is funny." And the little prince starts to laugh. I am angry. My situation is not good. How can somebody think that it is funny? Then he says, "So you also come from the sky like me. What is your planet?" At this moment, I start to understand more about him. I ask, "Do you come from another planet?" But he doesn't answer. He looks at my plane again. Then he says, "On this thing, you can't come from very far." And he starts to think. Then he takes the picture with his sheep, and he looks at his sheep. But I want to know more. So I ask again, "Where is your planet? Where do you want to take your sheep?" He is quiet. Then he says, "The box is a good thing. At night I can use the box as a house for the sheep." "Yes, and I can also give you a rope. Then you can tie the sheep during the day." But the little prince is shocked when I say this. Tie the sheep. It is a funny idea. But if you don't tie the sheep can run away. You can lose the sheep. The little prince starts to laugh again. But where can the sheep go? It can go to many places. It can go left. It can go right. The little prince says, "The sheep can go away on my planet. It is okay. Where I live, everything is so small." He is a little sad. Then he says, "Where I live, nobody can go very far." Now I know a second important thing. The planet of the little prince is very small. It is like a house. But it isn't really a big surprise. I know that we don't have only big planets like Earth, Mars, or Jupiter. We have also hundreds of other planets. These planets are sometimes very small. If you want to see these planets, you need a very good telescope. When an astronomer discovers such a planet, he doesn't give the planet a name. He gives the planet only a number. The name of the planet is, for example, Asteroid 3251. Chapter 4. Asteroid. I think that the planet of the little prince is asteroid B612. In 1909, one astronomer discovers this asteroid. The astronomer is from Turkey. He speaks about his asteroid at a big conference, but nobody believes him because he has Turkish clothes. It is crazy, but people do these things. But there is something good for asteroid B612. A Turkish leader says that people in Turkey must have clothes like Europeans. The astronomer speaks about his asteroid again in 1920. He has very nice clothes. And now everybody believes him. I speak about asteroid B612, and I speak about its number because people like numbers. When you tell people that you have a new friend, they never ask you questions about important things. They never ask you, is his voice nice? What games does he play? Does he have butterflies at home? They ask, how old is he? How many brothers does he have? How big is he? How much money does his father have? If they know these numbers, they think that they know this person. If you say to the people, I know a small red house. It has beautiful flowers in the windows. A lot of birds fly around the house. The people can't imagine the house. You must say to the people, I know a big house. It is very expensive. You can buy this house for $100,000. Then the people say, it is a nice house. If you say to the people, the little prince exists because he laughs and he wants a sheep, this information is not enough for the adults. They don't believe you. They think that you live in a dream. But if you tell them, the planet of the little prince is asteroid B612, they believe you. This is how the people think. If you understand life, you don't need numbers. You need to hear a nice story. You like to hear, the little prince lives on a small planet. The planet is very small. The little prince is alone. He wants to have a friend. If you understand life, this is what you want to hear. Chapter 5. Elephants. It is 6 years after my meeting with the little prince. When I think about him, I am sad. But I write about the little prince because I don't want to forget him. It is sad when you forget a friend. Not everybody has a friend. This is the reason why I have paper and colors in my hands now. It is difficult to draw for me when I am old, but I want to do it. I want to make my pictures very good, but I am not sure if I can do it. One picture is okay, but another picture is not very good. I make some mistakes in the size too. Here the little prince is very big. Here he is very small. Maybe the color of his clothes is not correct, but I try to draw as well as possible. But sometimes when my picture is not perfect, it is not my mistake. It is the little prince's mistake. He never explains things to me. Maybe he thinks that I am like him. But unfortunately, I don't see the sheep in the box. Every day, new information about the little prince's planet comes. I also know more and more about his journey to the Earth. The information comes very slowly. The information comes during moments when the little prince thinks about his past. For example, on the third day, the little prince speaks about a problem with the baobabs. Baobabs are big trees. The conversation about baobabs starts when the little prince asks me a question about the sheep. Is it true that sheep eat little trees? Yes, it is true. It is good. I don't understand why it is so important that sheep eat little trees, but the little prince says, so they also eat baobabs. I tell the little prince that baobabs aren't little trees. The baobabs are big trees. The baobabs are very big. They are like houses. And for example, if you put 9 big elephants on your planet, these elephants can't eat one baobab. The baobabs are so big. The idea of 9 elephants is funny for the little prince, and he laughs. On my planet, elephants must stand on elephants. But then he says something clever. When the baobabs are young, they are very small. It is true, I say. But why is it important that your sheep eats the little baobabs? He says, it is simple. Think about it. It is not very difficult. So I start to think about the problems with baobabs. Soon I have the answer. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more exciting chapters in this amazing journey.